Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime with GrannMaPat. A lot of the children that I know at my school, they're going to the zoo this week. And so I thought maybe we would just learn the names of some of the zoo animals. And our book is called Wild Animals, and it says Giant Step Picture Library. Let's see. Does anyone know what this is? That's an elephant. And what about this? It looks the same. It's an elephant too. But the big elephant with the tusk, that's called an African elephant. And the elephant that doesn't have any tusk, he's an Asian elephant. This funny looking creature is called a hippopotamus. Let me hear you say that word. Hippopotamus. Once more. Hippopotamus. We have one of those at our zoo. And these two are called rhinoceros. And this one looks like he's got armor on. And he's called an Indian rhinoceros. And the other one is called a white rhinoceros. I don't know why he's called white, but he does have two horns on the tip of his nose. Now here, this is called a Malayan tapir. And this one is a long-tailed pangolin, a two-toed sloth, and a giant armadillo. I know we've got one of those at our zoo. And this looks like armor on him. And this one is called a giant anteater. Did you know there were animals that look like that eat ants? Well, anyway, this is his nose, and that's what he uses to eat the eat the ants with. He can't eat elephants. They're too big. Now, these are called primates, and they're just all the different types of monkeys in the world. Let's see, this first one is called a golden monkey, probably because he's gold in color. And this one is called a mountain gorilla. I bet you've seen them in pictures before. And this is a black and white colobus monkey. And he's black and white. This one is a baboon. He's called an olive baboon. And look at that. He looks kind of like a spider. And that's what they call him, a black spider monkey. And this is a gibbon. He's long and skinny. And this one is called a rhesus monkey. And this is an orangutan. I know we have one of those at our zoo. And we also have the mountain gorilla at our zoo. And this is a chimpanzee. He's there too. You see a lot of chimpanzees in different movies and things. And this is called a ring-tailed lemur. And now these are all of the cats. This pretty spotted one is called a cheetah, a mountain lion. This is called a jaguarundi. Maybe that's just a regular jaguar, but maybe not. And this is a lynx. And here's our leopard and our big lion. This is an ocelot. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. And this is the famous tiger. And these are the bears. I know we've got a polar bear at our zoo, and we've got a big brown bear. The panda bear, you don't see too many of those. Maybe in the San Francisco Zoo, I think they may have panda bears. And this is called a lesser panda. I've never seen one of those. This is a raccoon dog. He looks like a dog, but his face is like a raccoon. And this is a fennec fox. And this is a red fox. And probably because he's red. This is a gray wolf, who looks kind of like a dog, but he's more ferocious than a dog. And this is a coyote. He kind of looks like a dog too. And these are small animals. This is the desert cottontail. You've heard of a rabbit. Well, that's what that is. And this is a squirrel. You see squirrels all around running up and down the trees, but this is a special one called a flying squirrel. And these are his wings attached to his body. And this is a black-tailed prairie dog, an otter, and a skunk. Have you ever been riding along in your car and you get this horrible, horrible smell and someone says, it must be a skunk? And this is a hamster. You can find those at the pet stores. And this is a porcupine. And these are needles in the porcupine. And when he gets scared, the needles shoot out. And that's how he protects himself. And this is a raccoon, a woodchuck, a badger, and a beaver. And this says animals of the African grasslands. Now I know you know these. We've got the zebra, we've got the elephant, we've got the cheetah, the lion, we've got the giraffe, the rhino, there's some kind of monkey there, there's a deer, I think that's the hippopotamus. You remember that word? And what else? I can't remember what that one is. Maybe you can tell me the next time we have our story. All right. Well, thank you, boys and girls. So you look back at the story again so you can learn the names of all of these different animals. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. See you tomorrow with Storytime with GrannMaPat.